It's just like you're stuck, like I'm trying to get out. And I don't know if this is internal just yet or if it's physical, but I feel like it could really be both. I feel like there's parts of you that are physically like, I'm trying to get out of here, out of where you're at, but then also like inside. There's something that like is bursting within you, like that you are detrimentally like, yeah. Yeah. There's opportunities, okay, this is what I'm hearing. There's opportunities for you. They are more comfortable than the situation that you're in right now, but they're still not what you want. Remember, everything is a stepping stone, okay? It's not that you wanted to be your sisters. Who does, right? We all want to do our own thing, okay? I understand that. But this place is leading you to another place. What they want me to show you, what they wanted me to tell you is the place that you're looking for is not going to like smack you in the middle of the forehead, okay? It's going to come from somewhere from the outside. When I say that, what I mean by when it's going to come from somewhere on the outside, you're not going to be looking for it. It's going to be one of those things where like a friend comes to you and is like, oh, I saw this place, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be one of those opportunities. The opportunity is coming in. Correct. The opportunity is coming in for you. It's just going to come in not directly head on. It's going to come from a perspective in which is like from the outside. I keep feeling like it's going to come from a third party. Somebody else is going to alert you to it, okay? It's not that it's exactly what you want, but it's going to be what you need because you've outgrown where you are now, all right? I don't know who you're calling on to come through, but keep going. I can hear you in your head, okay? Keep asking them if it's in your highest good and if it's in their highest good, that they step forward and that they're allowed to open that doorway. Keep asking. Because I can hear you. I can also hear you talking about somebody that is of a partner to you, or you're asking me questions, or you want to ask questions about a partner. If you do, please ask. If you have questions, please ask them. Do not be afraid to ask them, to ask questions, okay? Like I'm hearing you in my head ask these things. Correct. That's exactly what I was hearing for you. Okay. This new partnership is going to be a part of that stepping stone for you to be out of your sisters. Okay? Yes, it's going to take some time, but I really feel like this person has a lot of knowledge, is what I'm being told, and thinks about things from an outside box. That's what I'm being told. That's one of the things that draws you to this person, is that they think from an outside perspective, and this person is going to help you get there, okay? Thank you. Okay, so here's the deal. When that outside person comes in, that they're very outside of the box, they're gonna help you reroute yourself to think this person's really stable. Like they have a really stable energy about themselves. They have a really level head. They're very emotionally stable. You know, they've been through it too, and they're just at a point where they want peace and they want love themselves. So the energy is very reciprocated here. All right. So it's a really good thing. So don't question it anymore. All right. Your team is putting it in your place for a reason. Don't question it. He is. Keep holding space for him. Keep showing him that unconditional love and keep showing him that there is something different. Okay. This obviously is what you needed to hear, else Spirit wouldn't be telling me this about, you know, the situation at hand. He's got a really ugly ex. Like, something has to do with some chick right now, and it's really nasty. It's really nasty. Okay, it's really nasty. Whatever he's going through, it's not for me to devour, but it's really nasty, and I'm really sorry he's going through that. I'm going to say this to you, and you will understand this. If you guys don't sleep in the same, like, household or whatever, or I don't know if he comes over and spends nights with you, it doesn't matter. That's not the picture here. That's not the point. At nighttime, when you lay down at night, and you're, like, thinking of him, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to imagine this big burst of, like, beautiful green and white light coming from your chest. And you know how, like, okay, this is going to sound stupid, but it's not. You know how, like, the Care Bears would shoot, like, their light from, like, their heart or, like, their stomach area, okay, out, you know, like, we care, okay? What I want you to do is imagine green hearts being sent to him. Because the more you do that, the more space that you're going to hold for him, and the more balanced you can help him be with energy. Exactly. The more balanced you can help him be with energy. Okay? You're teaching him how to work with energy in a different way. So you pouring what you can and what you have to him will help that situation. But he's good. He's good for you. He's good for you. Have you been calling on mom? I've got, like, mom and dad. Like, they came through together as a pair. I don't know if you're if I haven't even devoured that far. They just came, like, bursting through the door together. Okay, this is like, they're like, we're here. I don't. Okay, okay. So, like, I don't know who he's got. If he's got his mom with him, but he came arm in arm with a female with him. Okay. So I don't know if it's his mom. I don't know. It's just arm in arm. Okay. So I think it's his mom that he's got with him. All right. So it would be your grandmother. Okay. It's your grandmother that he's got with him. For whatever reason, he wanted to bring grandma through too. Okay. So we've got mom and we've got grandma. So it's mom, grandma. They both came through at the same time. He brought her. Dad wants me to acknowledge the situation that you were in through the divorce. He said it took you long enough, whatever that means. Sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. He said it took you long enough. But I'm very proud of you. So make sure that you understand that, okay? He wants to give you a hard time. It's almost like that, pat on the butt, like, good job, buddy. It was almost like, fuck, took you long enough, but I'm proud of you. Almost like that coach kind of, like, mentality. That's kind of the way he was. Like, he'd fuck with you at first, but then he'd be like, no, really, like, I love you. You know, like that was his demeanor. That was his mentality. He'd fuck with you first, but then he'd be like, nah, come here, kid, give me a hug. I love you. Good job. That's the way he's coming across. He's not really happy with how your sister's been treating you. I don't know what that means, but he's not really happy with your sister. At all. He's, like, really unhappy with your sister. Your older sister, whoever that is. Whoever the older sister is, he's not happy with. Yeah, he's not happy with her right now. I don't know what has gone on with the last argument, but whatever the last argument was about, he's saying it was truly unfair. He wants me to acknowledge telling your sister to get her head out of her rear end. I'm going to say that politely, but that is not the word that he wanted me to use. Just know that. Whatever that last fight was, he wants to acknowledge that it was really unfair. For whatever reason, he's saying, I'm sorry for that. Okay. Okay. He wants to... Okay, Dad. He wants to acknowledge that your sister has a little bit too... Yeah, your sister has a lot of ego. And that's what's falling away right now, is her ego. That's what he wanted me to acknowledge. Like I said, do not shoot the messenger. Okay, and don't get me wrong, our ego serves good purpose, okay? Our ego was in place for good purpose. But there is a very fine line between being humble and using your ego versus it taking control in certain situations. And whatever situation this was in, your sister had a little bit too much ego. So, therefore, he wants to acknowledge that in that sense. Does your nephew play ball? Does he play ball? He's showing me that the nephew, he's showing me that, he watches the boy play ball. So he wants me to acknowledge that. Your son used to. He used to watch your son play ball. It's something that he enjoys doing. Because he was showing me that, he was showing me one of the, I didn't know that you had a son, but he showed me a boy playing ball. And he would watch your boy play ball. Just acknowledging that he was there, he enjoyed it. It was something that he would be there watching him do, okay? So please, if your little boy's old enough to understand or know or anything, please let him know that Grandpa was there watching him play ball. That's very important for Grandpa. I don't know why, but it was almost like Grandpa was always making me feel like when he was here, he was always showing up at your son's games, or he was always there with your son. He was very, very big in your son's life, and for whatever reason, he wants me to acknowledge that. So I'm supposed to acknowledge that he was there and he watches him play ball. For whatever reason, it's very important. It was something that was very important to him when he was here, okay? Are you feeling like you need to, okay, not only are you wanting to get out of your sisters and you have this new beautiful romance coming in, but you're not, really, happy with where you're at, at work. You may enjoy what you're doing, but you're not happy with where you're at. Does that make sense? So it's almost like you're not happy there either. Or you're trying to figure out this new piece of you that's coming forward. There's a new piece of you that's coming